Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's Failrace episode with Tiger on Just Cause 4. And riding in the back of an AI vehicle, because why not? However, well, there's all sorts of chaos going on. First of all, there's this, I guess, kind of gun battle. I don't know whether these are weird. I don't know if they're supposed to spawn in that. It seems a weird place for stuff to be spawned, but it's caused chaos for the traffic. This car figures out a way around, only to roll off one of the tank stoppers. Lands back on its wheels, though, and can carry on. So that's kind of roadblock number 1 navigated. Roadblock number 2, no, that goes no, not any better. Plows through sandbags. Initially looks like the AI car might make it through. Doesn't. Clonks its way into something, then decides to go a really confusing way around, pushes its way through all of that, just about manages to get its way out of the other side of the roadblock. Something's wedged underneath it. I think it might actually be a portaloo or something like that. There's a debris is wedged underneath the truck, and now after all of that work, it is stuck. It's got wedged. It's like a table or something. I don't know what it is. The player does rescue it, but yeah, I mean, AI, funnily enough, the AI not the best way to get through that sort of scenario there, really. Colton picking up next on GTA 5 has got the police going after them as they're messing around doing a wheelie on the pier. They clonk their way off a wall. The Failrace Police Department is there, though, to make things worse. That was not a good attempt. That was not a good attempt at stopping the player car. Right there. No, that was straight off into the drink. Now we head on to a grid 2 for our next lap, and a notorious corner, a notorious race, in fact. I've seen plenty of accidents at this particular corner. So, player actually gets it wrong on the first attempt and runs wide and clonks the barrier. They rewind to try and get through the corner faster. This time they go too much on the inside, roll their car, and as the AI goes underneath them, they land and roll that, and actually get away from all of it, still with the lead of the race. You don't normally get away with that there. Nerdzilla up next on a Top Gear Rally. Now, this one of the oldest games we've probably featured in this series, and even though the game is plenty old enough, nope, you can still go for a good roll here. Yep, it's clipped off the inside banking and launched the car over for a tumble. It was a good roll as well, actually. There's lots and lots of rolls went on in that one, so well done. Well done for that, indeed. Preston up next on SnowRunner has a weird moment. Now, SnowRunner vehicles flying through the air randomly out of control, not unusual. SnowRunner vehicles hovering, now that's a new one. I've not seen that one before. I'm used to the vehicles freaking out and, you know, glitching their way across the sky, but no, this one, I mean, the initial crash just bounced off of a barrier to a backflip is quite weird, but the just hovering, yeah. That's even stranger. Never fear, though. Reza up next on Assetto Corsa has a vehicle randomly pinging through the sky wildly out of control. Yes, we need to have that at some 400 kilometers an hour, I think. The Porsche gets things wrong. It's horrific fog going on here, I have to say. It gets things a little bit wrong, just loses the back end, can't gather it back up, and as it clips the barrier, the game just decides said car should be flung to orbit. Not quite sure why, but is the most innocuous clip on the wall as well. The fog is I mean, that is staggeringly bad visibility. But yeah, just cartwheel its way through space. We had to have something go flying. Paul Scott is up next on War Thunder. Everything is, I say, going as normal. We've got a tank battle going on between two vehicles. An allied tank turns up to get involved in the fight and plays Robot Wars. Yep, we've just sent in chaos. Quite literally there, or chaos 2, I should say. Tanks shouldn't fly like that, I can tell you that much. We're on to Beam next, chasing down an AI vehicle when we get a nice amount of karma. Player goes to spin said AI car, successfully dumps the D-Series off the road, can't gather their own vehicle back up in time, and that's bounced off a rock. They do get it back onto the wheels and can carry on, but they then lose 2 places. And that is why you don't bully the AI, because karma will get you. We've seen it time and time again. Karma is always there. Wendo the Cheater is up next on Nascar 2003. Everything going wrong here at Pocono, trying to frantically get stopped. I mean, it's a big wreck, and then there is some bouncing to celebrate for various vehicles, with Bowman eventually falling over. Admittedly took a little bit of a nudge off whatever the bright green car was. Yeah, I mean, the crash, to be expected to some degree. The weird bouncing, I don't know Don't know what that one is all about, but there we go. We head next onto a My Garage with Trailblazer, who has just had a crash with their vehicle, and they are going to, well, they're trying to fix it up while out and about. You know, it's not in, say, great condition. It's smashed up rear window. They're trying to fix some of the bodywork with the hammer. I don't quite know how some of this works, but as they come around to one of the rear pillars, as they're, you know, using the hammer trying to fix this up, the car jitters about, and this time it's the player. It's the player that's going to get launched to space, not the car. We're just going to fling the person around. It's not normally the car, but you know, we've got to throw in that slight different one. And finally, we have Jeff on Euro Truck Simulator 2. We've had a lot of space launches today. Have a guess what might happen with this truck as the player forgets they need to turn off. And that's, yep, we're off. We're off. That was a 2,000 mile an hour truck at some point as it got launched up into orbit. Now, I've seen plenty of issues on Euro Truck. You know, missing the turning, you know, happens. The clonk against the railing, the truck falling over, all of that sort of stuff. Haven't seen a truck get launched this high before, though. On Euro Truck, it comes crashing back down into the field, and, well, yeah, don't miss your turning on the motorway. That is a bad time indeed for that for that truck. But there we go. That is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link to it in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.